Hey there, this is Jitsi, and this is the Crush Chronicles, a podcast about crushes and how they affect our lives as humans. So grab your coffee or wine, pull out your old diaries, and settle in for today's interview and discussion. Welcome to the bonus episode of the Crush Chronicles podcast. I hope you're having a great day. If you're here, you're likely a paid subscriber, so thank you so much. And if you're not, you're probably here enjoying the free preview, so I hope you enjoy, and I hope it piques your interest. So for each guest this season, I asked everyone an extra bonus question that kind of tied into the theme of the interview, kind of was a little off. It's just a fun way to get to know the guest a little bit more and just expand on the conversation. And with each one, they will be starting in the order of which they appeared in the season. So it's going to start first with Simone, and it's going to go through and end with Kate. So I hope you enjoy this extra bonus episode. But okay, so we're gonna do a bonus question.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Okay.
It doesn't really have anything to do with what was going on in the story, but what extracurricular activities were you involved in during high school?
I was in orchestra.
Oh, really? What did you play?
I played the violin.
What? Can you
Yes.
still play?
Not sure actually. I picked up the bass guitar in my 20s. My first husband was a musician, and I really enjoyed. So I love the bass. I love the bass because it speaks to my character. It's not the forefront; it's in the background. I'm very much a background person. And so I can kind of read music. I don't know. I haven't tried. I don't know. I think maybe at a very elementary level it might come back to me a little bit. But yeah, one of my favorite things for the orchestra was that we'd go to Disneyland and play at Disneyland.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was fun, yeah.
You know what's funny is when I was in high school, and I remember I was in high school in Texas, my choir traveled to Disneyland to do the performance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a long way.
Yeah, and so it was very special for us. We had to like sell pies or whatever those fundraisers are in order to raise the money for it. But we did it, and what was funny, because I had already traveled a bunch around the country due to my dad being in the Air Force. And some of those kids, like, we had stopped at one of the piers. I don't know if it was Santa Monica or something, like on our way to and from somewhere. Because we were down here for maybe at least like 4 days. Like Disneyland was just one day. But they went to the beach. Some of them, it was their first time putting their feet in the ocean.
Oh, wow.
And I have a lot of pictures. I'll have to pull them out because I was always the girl with the camera. But yeah. But yeah, it was just so funny for me. Like, even though I was only 16 and it didn't occur to me, like, of course these Texans didn't make their way to the beach. Like, where would they have gone if they hadn't really traveled out of the state before? But, we didn't have bathing suits. That wasn't part of the plan, but some of them just got fully wet because they could not resist. They couldn't help themselves. They're like, the ocean's right there. Like, I have to experience it in full. I'm sure they regretted it once we got back on the bus, but sorry, that was a tangent.
No,
but
that was perfect.
Yeah, you were talking about performing at Disneyland. So yeah, I got to do that too, even though I wasn't in Orange County yet. It was kind of like a foreshadowing of, things to come for me, but yeah.
True.
So have you ever like yearned to pick up a bass guitar or a violin since you've played?
Actually, the bass guitar, I've got one, and
do?
I do, and I've got a bass amp, and
What?
I recently was telling my husband that I think we need to bring that out of the garage. I have this yearning to just start playing. And we have a little keyboard piano upstairs, and I just recently bought those little cheat notes that you put on the keys so you know which key. Because my daughter's taken a liking to playing Olivia Rodrigo songs. So it's inspired me to get the bass guitar down and maybe learn to play along and be the little bass to her piano.
That's so awesome.
We'll see.
I love that I just learned this about you. Okay, so now we're going to do a bonus question.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun question, nothing too exhausting, but what was in your CD case in high school. And I know Coldplay's probably one of them.
Yeah.
Was it a lot of burned CDs from your friend there, or?
It wasn't even from him, because he would do like full albums, but I had like, okay. Also at the time, a lot of singles. Remember, like single CDs. Yes. So back in the day,